Certain people on Facebook believe some wild things, like this individual who says, good, any NASA employee should be fired and many of them prosecuted. For what? If you don't know by now, I can't teach you. Pay attention. Which really just means I don't have an actual source, I just heard it on Facebook. Hey everyone, Noble Xenon here, and welcome to Insane People Facebook! Get ready for some real insanity, let's get started. So, this next one claims gaming is ruined by women, and again, no real source to talk about anywhere. The difference here is men know the difference between a game and reality, while women don't. And that somehow got over 8,000 likes. What are we doing? And the reply? Women have a need to be outraged and offended. Look at how fast gaming turned to shit once women got into it, LOL. Hold on, wait a minute, aren't you guys getting outraged and offended just by the mere fact that women play video games? Just think about that for a moment. Meanwhile, this next person had posted in their city's Facebook group looking to donate their spare therapy doll. Hell yeah, I'm glad I typed an entire heartfelt message to get ignored. F you. F all y'all, XD! By the time I received your message, along with many others, the doll had already been donated to a local child who is disabled. Your entitlement is absolutely gross. Entitlement, LMFAO? I'm just asking for my messages to be seen, bitch. Die! Holy shit. For this next one, I can somehow smell this person through the post. Please don't do any of what this person suggests. If you have a rash, pee on it. If you have a cut or scar, pee on it. Want clearer skin? Pee on it. Want to feel better? Drink your pee. Fasting? Drink your pee. Eye problems? Take a glass dropper and pee in it. Every night before bed, drip it in your eyes. And in the morning when you wake, watch your eye strain vanish. Want to go a step further? How about programming it? Write on a label, heal eyes / clear vision. Notice how in desperate situations when we are stuck in a desert or on a boat, we drink our pee and it keeps us alive. If it was some toxic poison, it would kill us. Instead, it gives us life to go on. Wake up! Your urine is the most potent remedy to all your issues and you ignore it. Drink it. #urine, #urine therapy, and #the cure. There's a reason why those things are a last resort, why you have to be so desperate before you consider such an option. It's because you have exhausted all other viable options. Like at that point, there is nothing else you can do. Honestly, I just think this person might have a thing for pee. Yeah. Now here's a public freakout when the pool closed during a lightning storm. Aquatics closes indoor pools when there's lightning outside. The only facility that does this? This is insane and makes no sense physics-wise. Please review and fix this policy for the brand new $, probably meaning very expensive facility. They complain that they don't have enough members. This is why. No alert on their webpage. I feel like it's a bait and switch, and they are being rude about it. Whose call is it to do this and when? If they're using the same conditions as Fields, this is truly insane. I'm going to cross-post this to this other group, in case anyone knows the history on it. If they're so worried about the windows, there are simple conductive window films they could apply. Edit. From responses below, it is clear that other pools close at times as well, but it is not clear if the same thresholds and rules are being used for all the pools together. I'm going to find out more and will update this thread when I do. It's also clear that the person at this place did not tell me the correct information, nor did they give me any more details about it when I asked. And a little more information can be found in the comments. Even though I'm pretty sure it's not the same place as the post, I'm pretty sure the same thing would apply here. Cargo Broom Broom says, my wife works at a YMCA. The indoor pool there isn't grounded electrically, like a rod into the ground, so they have to close it when there's lightning. Well, the building is grounded, but the pool isn't. So yeah, pretty dangerous situation if they were to keep that pool open. This next one's titled, I guess this is what washed actors have to do when their careers dry up. Push insane conspiracy theories. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of those today. So let's get our tinfoil hats on. Extra tight and triple layered. Rob is sorry to inform you, but your 5G phone and the ubiquitous 5G towers are extremely unhealthy for you and your children. The proof? This sticker that this random person put up. Are we serious? Warning, this is a 5G small cell tower. The signals emitted by this tower are damaging to humans, animals, and plants. Love how everything was fine to these people when these towers were transmitting 4G, but as soon as they switched to 5G, oh my god! Anyway, the sign says damaging exposure can occur up to several hundred feet from this device. Frequencies emitted by this device can be as high as 100 gigahertz and exceed recommended FCC exposure limits. They claim exposure can cause headaches, insomnia, cognitive fog, fatigue, tinnitus, vision problems, heart issues, flu-like symptoms, muscle and nervous system problems. It's like I'm reading a damn drug ad. This next one asks, couldn't have been your personality? I spent 14 years of bodybuilding to look like this. The girl I'm in love with is dating a guy who can't even bench 135 pounds, and he's not even rich. End me now. So I guess to you the only things that matter is money and muscles. Too bad for you, this isn't some kind of universal truth. Clearly the lady you're in love with doesn't subscribe to the 2 M's theory. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, then why not like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell? And now maybe don't live in a farming community if you don't like roosters waking you up. Whoever owns the rooster, please be aware it's really annoying to your neighbors as he crows all day, every day. Well, I'm pretty sure this is a right to farm community. You can complain all you want, but there's not much you can do about it. So it is. So my post was reminding rooster owners that they have neighbors who chose not to have roosters. If my dog barked loudly from 0500 to sundown, I'd take actions to be a good neighbor. Okay, well what would you like rooster owners to do? Bring the rooster inside, rock it back to sleep, and remind him it's too early to be up? This next one is a classic. You can see the old style of Facebook in this one. Anyone know any places to take Jackson, spelled with an X, for a tattoo? Just because he's so young, I don't know any places that'll do it myself. Need recommendations. How old is he? If he's a child, he can't get a tattoo, lol. He's 5. 5? I know it's a little young. A little? But I found a really nice tat that's sort of a mother-son kind of thing, and I want to get him it for his 6th birthday in May. Plus, children can get tats if they have a parent with them when they're getting it done. Not a 5-year-old, though. And the reply, are you insane? You want your little child to get a permanent thing on his body that hasn't even developed yet, and it's something he can't even consent to? Hell, most 16-year-olds still can't get tattoos on their own, so I'm actually sat here in shock that you think getting one at 5 is acceptable. You definitely won't find any places that will do that. And if you somehow do, then it's probably a really sketchy place that you want to avoid at all costs. But this person really had the audacity to reply, last time I checked you don't have a kid, so don't lecture me about my parenting. Just because you think it's wrong doesn't mean it is. When they literally told you the dangers of getting such a young child a tattoo? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And Vegas search that says this is so old the kid is an adult by now, though it doesn't make it any less insane. This next one was posted on a community page about a new program for free well water testing. And for some reason, this individual says, not a chance, not until the globalists are no longer running our government and municipalities. Government-conducted tests are no longer trustworthy. Just a ruse to reclaim your land for the agenda the government is following. Read up on it. Stay off our land. Enough of this country has been destroyed or given away. So you don't want your water tested for contaminants? One more government farce. Next thing, the government will be looking for ways to charge you for your well water. And the same person who made the first comment commented on this post of someone saying, just curious as to why the parking lot beside the Scotiabank has been blocked off. Now, most people would think maybe there's some construction going on, or something reasonable like that, but not this person. Part of Agenda 30. Make it difficult to park or drive. You are being normalized to restricting your freedoms. Oh my goodness, a privately owned parking lot closing off public access is actually the deep state tightening its noose around all our necks. I'll bet Trudeau personally signed off on this one. Thanks for bringing to light this abhorrent tyranny. Yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous how many people think every little thing is part of some grand conspiracy. This next one is titled, My Alcoholic/Addict Mother Posting on Facebook After Going No Contact for Over 2 Years. Unfortunately, my daughter didn't live out her dream of becoming a vet. Her words, if people had to make a choice between putting food on the table or taking their dog to a vet, food would come first. No money in becoming a vet. So she opted out of becoming a veterinarian. 10 years later, people are treating their dogs as children now more than ever, hence my post. Hindsight is 2020. Replying to a product called Chef Paw Pet Food Maker. Sorry for you, but your daughter is now an adult who's allowed to make her own decisions. If you don't like her decisions, well, there's not much you can do at that point. And now with spooky season coming up, boy, have I got an offer for you. I need a handyman to help me with my house. I am disabled due to my service. I am GM that needs a live-in. Live-in only. Free rent is payment for your help. This house is haunted by 3 spirits so far, but they don't hurt anyone or anything. If you want the experience, hey, hit me up. Let me know. And Jenkins41 says, hoping for a 4th, that's where you come in. Oh my goodness. And for this next one, imagine sending someone a Christmas card and finding out they cut your face off, glued it to a stick, and waved it around in family prayer time. This year's heads are ready to go. If you send us a Christmas card, your head and those of your loved ones will be cut out and attached to a popsicle stick, and every night we will gather together in holy reverence, aka holy chaos, randomly pick from the jar and pray for those people. Hint, hint. This is a great incentive to send a Christmas card next year. This certainly is a great way to make something that seems pretty tame sound completely unhinged. Like, what is the wording here? For this next one, all I can say is, what on earth are these people talking about? The ancient Egyptian Grand Canyon. Why do so many people now believe that the Grand Canyon is ancient Egypt? What? That literally makes no sense. They're located on entirely different continents an ocean away. But it only gets worse from here. There are super underground tunnels built by the ancient Egyptian gods used to travel from Egypt to the Grand Canyon. What? That is where Moses took the Jews into the wilderness and they carried the secrets of the pyramids and the stuff with them, so built their own cities in the Grand Canyon. For some reason, I don't think that one's in the Bible. Not Egyptians, but the former slaves of the Egyptians. They found the 10 Commandments in New Mexico carved in stone. They may be portals to other pyramids. Portals? What are y'all talking about? Look up the article of the man who was exploring the Grand Canyon and he ended up in Africa. Literally, cops in Africa and America said he was lying and he got to Africa illegally, but his wife confirmed he left that morning for a hike and never returned. Footage of him going out to the canyon and never coming out. Something powerful is there. Whether it was Egypt or an ancient city we were never taught about, but it's something they don't want us to know about. They go through hell and high water to patrol and make sure no one gets past certain areas after that man's story came out. Maybe they just don't want people going into certain areas for safety reasons, cause it's the Grand Canyon. There's gonna be certain areas that are dangerous, and it's not because there are Minecraft portals hidden in the rocks. Anyway, they claim they did a report on it in high school. I want to know their grade on that one, and my teacher was in shock with how much fact I put in when she cited, spelled with an S, my sources, lol. She literally said I scared her and changed her outlook on life. For some reason, I seriously doubt that. For some reason, I think this would go straight on r/that happened. Which, by the way, I do need to make another video on that. It's coming soon. I think all those structures were there way long than they were there. What? That makes no sense. They probably moved in after they'd been gone. Maybe someone built that hundreds of thousands of years ago, per the natural erosion and deterioration of the area and structures. No, just merely a few thousand years, lol. There was human life and civilization when Pangea existed. Earth was a much bigger planet called Tiamat, or Tiamat, I'm not sure of the pronunciation. The Kuiper Belt, you mean Kuiper Belt? Mars and Earth are all pieces of it. Follow Billy Carson, he will unlie the lies we have all been force-fed. These people sure love thinking there's some kind of grand lie that is forced into all of our brains. Makes sense because there was Pangea back then, just one big continent, Mother Earth. Even though back then there was no ancient Egypt or any humans for that matter. But I guess these individuals believe it's all part of the big lie. This next one claims the Grand Canyon is evidence of ancient mining. Just look at any large mining quarry today. And this next one's gotta be one of the most ridiculous ones, built with giant 3D printers. You cannot be serious with that. That's the only technology that mimics that much detail on rock structures, so common sense tells me we might have had this technology in those days, but the colonizers want to find a way to monopolize it. What are these people even talking about? And the insanity continues in this next post titled "Geology is Biological and Himalayan Salt is Petrified Giant Meat." It just keeps getting more unhinged each time. All we call geology, most of it is biological. Himalayan salt chunks, it looks like petrified meat. I'm seeing many posts that pink salt is from the bodies of the ancient giants. And, reading a lot of posts saying the same thing doesn't exactly make it true. A lot of people can lie. And a lot of people do lie online. I threw my pink salt out years ago. I'm not saying this is true, but it's even in the mountain's name, Himalayan. The aerial view of the mountains look like a human laying on its side. Interesting story though, what have you discovered? Same reason why I toss my Himalayan salt out. So, can salt be checked for DNA? This doesn't bother me one bit, but also heard that the inorganic iron in this isn't necessarily beneficial for men. Pretty interesting. Even before seeing this, I threw it out because I read it's just garbage ionized with pink coloring added. But of course, such a theory is far too simple. The one with giants sounds a lot more interesting, so it must be true, right? The mountains are giants. This world is 100% petrified from the flood. Maranatha, Jesus is coming. We got people out here speaking Aramaic. Just as there are giants here, there is biology in space too. The sea, water, blood and salt, salt crystals, veins, arteries. Dude is just trying to make all kinds of connections. Based on what exactly? I don't know. And now, how much of a psychopath can someone get? Someone shot a wolf in Washington state recently. I did a little dance. Hate them. Every time a wolf is killed, an angle gets their wings. An angle gets their wings. You are a psychopath celebrating death. Like, what is wrong with you? And Strange Movie says, I think there's a small number of ranchers who legitimately have a grievance with wolves killing their livestock, and I'd sympathize with them celebrating the culling of a nuisance wolf. Red Dude is probably just a D, though. Yeah, there's a huge difference between what you described and celebrating every single time a wolf is killed. Like, that's just insane. And thinking about it, they're probably rage baiting. This next one has a lot of advocating for bullying their wives in the comments. It's horrible when you marry a woman and she pulls the pin on the fat grenade. Grounds for divorce based on fraud. That is just insane levels of delusion if you think that is somehow some kind of fraud. You marry the love of your life, but soon after you get married, they get into their comfortable phase permanently and just let themselves go. Anytime you bring it up to them, they reply with, if you really love me, it shouldn't matter how I look. What do you do in this situation? And he shows some pictures of women dating 2 years, looking beautiful, married 2 months. It begins, and married 2 years, the fat grenade has been fully activated. Or has it? Because apparently these are actually weight loss photos reversed. Like, it's clear that she's wearing the same clothes from before her weight loss journey to show you how much weight she's lost. And you can see the original here on Instagram with the hashtag Transformation Tuesday. So someone posts on the Elon app, asked my husband to take more candid pictures of me, and this is what I got. And the reply, her husband should divorce her for posting this. Why are y'all even getting married in the first place if you think everything is somehow grounds for divorce? Although I doubt these people are getting married in the first place, but why is she advertising while married? Advertising? What are you talking about? It's like these people think that any woman who shows even just a little bit of skin is somehow advertising her body, but no, it's these commenters who can't control themselves. And for this next one, I guess one pill should fix high blood pressure forever, lol. If medicine worked, you wouldn't need to refill your prescription. You would just need to take one and it would work like magic. And Boring Zucchini said, if food worked, you wouldn't need to eat again tomorrow. See how far your nonsensical logic gets you? And now what conspiracy is this now? Nothing to see here, folks, just some work being done on an old building that our great-great-great-grandparents slapped together. Don't pay any attention to those crazy mudflood/Tartaria conspiracy theorists. Apparently it's this really wild theory that's linked to Fomenko's new chronology conspiracy theory. A theory linked to another theory, how fun. An ancient Russian, of course, civilization built all the impressive things in the world before the world was covered in a mud flood and only a few examples survived. They claim the savages from the rest of the world came in and claimed those glorious buildings as their own. It really is wild the things people will believe. And now God works in mysterious dumpsters. See that dumpster? That dumpster is a result of 26 months of prayer. There's a small army on my house right now replacing the roof from when the tree fell. That dumpster is out my kitchen window. It has the old roof in it. God is using people I do not even know, or I did not know until now, to do things that are impossible for me. I love the people I went to church with all those years. Again, with the exception of a few people who know who they are, I do not feel truly loved by those that said they loved me because they did not show the same urgency to help that they would show their own daughter or sister. They drove by for 26 months. I think they love my ministry, but I do not think most of them love me beyond that, because they are not on my roof or in my yard. God brought strangers in their place. God is faithful and true. He is also kind. I think he wanted to shout to the neighborhood, I am the one who loves this girl. I am going to use this broken house as a demonstration for all to see that I am her God. I answer prayer, and she is getting some metal on that roof too, because she asked me for it, because she just wants to hear the rain on the tin roof. I do not make her beg. I want to watch her laugh. I am the God who sees. I am the God who hears. I am the God of recompense. My name is Jesus, and I am fixing Gianna's house. She is mine, and nothing is impossible for me. Victory. Only that. Fire emoji. Good Lord, for a second there I thought God himself was speaking through me. He told me the power of prayer comes with a 26-month guarantee. Hallelujah! But really, what in the world was this post? And now maybe he's onto something. More likely he's on something. Posting on a Key West, Florida jobs page. Call me weird, but I personally verified with people on this island of all types, and they have gone through some very unexplainable things all the same. Yes, it's known to be a magical place, and this is why, from the money in your pockets to the emotions you hold, you are not in control of being here in Key West. Has anybody else in Key West felt like they were put through a military experiment like MK Ultra project? Completely classified and completely illegal, but obviously still going on very actively on this island by the rich and the elite and military and also police? Just throw everybody powerful in there, I'm sure that'll get people to believe. I've talked to numerous of people about voices you hear on a telepathic sense to your head snaps in a direction, eyes being forced at a split second to look at something out of your control, like mind control itself for different things that your body is doing that it should not naturally be doing on its own while being completely healthy. Now what job is this for? Tinfoil hat manufacturer or Facebook historian maybe? And Lucas replies, used to definitely think this exact kind of thing, but then I stopped using crystal. Oh, Jesus, lol, I stopped doing acid like 20 years ago. This next one may have just cured insomnia. They have found the reason you can't sleep well, and the source will shock you. I've been unplugging my Wi-Fi router each night and can't recommend it enough. I've had the best restful sleep and I'm waking up less sore and more alert. Or, alternatively, you can just cover up the lights on the router so you don't see the status lights all night and you'll sleep better as well. And for this next one, meltologists really thought they did something here. Do they really call themselves meltologists? That is the dumbest name I've ever heard. The staircase to the Temple of Hathor in Egypt? What could have caused the staircase to deform like this? Maybe the steps are eroding away from centuries of people walking up and down the steps? Or perhaps nature is doing its thing, or both. But remember, this is Insane People Facebook, so such an explanation would be far too reasonable. There always has to be something more. Like Robert here, who says, nah really though, intense as F heat, from either an explosion inside the pyramids, because I personally think that's what they were like, hydrogen reactors. You really think the ancient Egyptians had hydrogen reactors? They were not tombs, obviously. Also, there are 3 sets of pyramids on each that are directly lined up just like Giza with Orion. Think they were telling us they knew some shit, eh? Directed energy weapons of some sort, possibly? God's wrath, and I bet DC will be next. Such an ominous warning. And now we have a local former gym owner on Egyptian mumbo jumbo. What is it with these people's obsession with ancient Egypt? I don't get it. 11 points of interest. 1. Why is there a very large Egyptian-style obelisk in Washington, D.C.? 2. Why is there a real Egyptian obelisk in London named Cleopatra's Needle? 3. Why is the second Cleopatra's obelisk in New York City, and why did Freemasons organize its transport and erection in New York Central Park? 4. Did you know that both these real ancient obelisks have inscriptions to the ancient Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II? 5. Did you know that the territory ruled by Pharaoh Ramses II is very similar to what's known as the Greater Israel Project? 6. Did you know that New Year's Day in ancient Egypt was September 11th? 7. Did you know the Pentagon broke ground on September 11th, 1941? 8. Did you know that 3 adjacent buildings around the World Trade Towers which survived 9/11 were adorned on their apexes with a sloped pyramid, a stepped pyramid, and a Solomon's dome? 9. Did you know that the pentagon or pentagram was a very popular magic symbol in the ancient Middle East, even though pentagons and pentagrams are very different things? 10. Did you know that the land being taken by force in the Middle East today was originally occupied by the Canaanites, while also being ruled by Ramses II? Although animal and human sacrifice can be found throughout ancient history, only the Canaanite culture was versed in full-time child sacrifice, as opposed to part-time child sacrifice? What? Is child sacrifice still occurring on the same land today? Are any of these points connected? Are they all connected? What on earth are you talking about? And 11, why do you think there's an Egyptian pyramid on the back of the US $1 bill? If I told you what was really happening, you wouldn't believe me, but I will still try. Your answers aren't on the TV screen, they're inside of our history books. Interesting, because other people who are into the same stuff have told me that these things are not in the history books. But of course they go on to explain that those history books are heavily censored and redacted. The answers can still be stitched together. To know more, please email me here, and I will tell you every theory I've got. And for this next one, a completely different take on the summit. That wasn't even Putin. What wasn't Putin? Do you think they sent a body double or something? Lizard people disguised as Hillary wearing a Putin mask, the oldest trick in the book. What kind of book are you reading? They absolutely sent a double and Trump knew it. And for this next one, use the God-given power of urine. What? Here we go again with the P. Laugh, mock, and slander me all you like. You spelled like the female sheep. You're in a body made of urine. Yet especially in the woken sheep L like me and most of the sleepy sheep L are taught backwards your penis and vagina created you. Is semen a waster product, including you? Wake up, fools. Frun, make babies, and is a tap. The back is for waste. Wake up, man. So the God-given power of urine or cold-filtered blood plasma, it's your blood plasma, what your heart makes while it's vortexing, it's not pump. What on earth is this person on? This person might be on something that's not even from Earth. And for this next one, are these so-called alpha males even acting like alphas anymore? Cause they're now claiming they're oppressed. The alpha male is the new hated class in America. If you are unapologetically masculine, no one wants you around except other alpha males. We are now supposed to be feminine, soft, subservient, and accepting of everything. Everything! I must say that is not very alpha-like behavior. And now a girl raises over $100,000 for the wildfires in Australia. This was a few years ago. Another girl thinks that prayers would be more helpful. My IG got deactivated, my family disowned me, and the guy I like won't talk to me, all because of that tweet, but F it, save the koalas. But you literally raised so much money that will do so much good, proud of you for having the balls to actually do it. And get ready for this reply. Like really, how is money going to help? If anything, she should be asking for water, or maybe asking people to pray for rain. That's probably more help than money. Are you stupid? So, God has prophesied that he is taking down the IRS and the Federal Reserve, among many other things. Sit back and watch it happen. No wonder this person is feeling so fantastic. Where is this located in the scripture to refresh my memory? It's not a prophecy from scripture, it's a modern-day prophecy. Modern-day prophecy meaning I just made it up for this post. So, I'd like to thank all of my members, especially Catalin Cormendi, Amethyst Phoenix, Mike Hawk, Hold Up, and our newest member of the royalty, Taylor Wheatley. You can join simply by clicking the join button below. Feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell if you enjoyed it, and feel free to comment if you've got something on your mind.